Alright, let's get started. We're going to be working with exponents in this section, looking at some different concepts and rules of exponents. Remember, an exponent has two parts, a base, and then the exponent or power, as many of you might call it. Remember, we can only combine things that have like bases or the same bases. So the first two things we have are the zero exponent rule, which means that anything to the zero power is always going to be 1, no matter what the answer is 1. And negative exponents become positive by doing a reciprocal, either by moving them up if they're negative in the denominator, or moving them down and putting them into the denominator to make them positive. So looking at example 1a, 6.7 to the 0 power, that's going to equal 1. B, negative 2 to the negative 4th power is going to be 1 over negative 2 to the 4th power. And we can go ahead and multiply that out, and that's going to be 1 over 16. If you do leave it as 1 over negative 2 to the 4th power, that's not a problem. Example 2, we have 4x to the 0 at the top, and then y to the negative 3 in the bottom. So 4 times x to the 0, which is 4 times 1, is just going to be 4. And then y to the negative 3 third power in the bottom. We're going to move it up above, do the reciprocal, and it's going to be y to the third. So our answer is just going to be 4y to the third power. Going on, we'll look at a couple. We have the product of powers property, which means when you multiply bases and exponents, the bases stay the same and the exponents add. Then we have the quotient of powers property, meaning that when we divide, the bases again stay the same and the exponents subtract the bottom from the top. And finally, the power of a power is dealing with parentheses. So when you have an exponent inside the parentheses, excuse me, and an exponent outside the parentheses, those multiply each other. So looking at example 3a, we have 3 squared times 3 to the 6th power. So we're going to add the 2 and the 6, and we're going to leave the base the same, and that's going to be 3 to the 8th power. Number B, we have negative 4 to the 2nd power over negative 4 to the 7th power. So we're going to leave the bases the same. So I'm going to have negative 4 to the 2 minus 7. I end up with 4 to the negative 5 power, negative 4, excuse me. And we're going to rewrite that to make it positive by doing a reciprocal. So our final answer is going to be 1 over negative 4 to the 5th power. Final one down here, we have z to the 4th power inside parentheses to the negative 3rd power. So we're going to multiply negative 3 times 4, and we're going to get z to the negative 12th power. Again, we're going to make that positive by doing a reciprocal, and we're going to have 1 over z to the 12th power. And going on to more dealing with the same things. The power of a product property, meaning that if you have two things inside of parentheses, that exponent on the outside applies to both of those. And you can do that. Same thing, doing it the power of a quotient. If you have parentheses and fraction inside, whatever the exponent it is applies to both what's inside. So here we go. First, on A, we have negative 1.5 y to the 2nd power. So that means we're going to have negative 1.5 to the 2nd power, and y to the second power. And let me find my calculator real quick. Negative 1.5 to the second power is going to be 2.25, and it'll become positive because negative times a negative, and then we'll get y squared. B, we have a over 10 to the third power. So we're going to apply that. We're going to have a to the third power, 10 to the third power, and our final answer is going to be a over 1,000. Again, if you would leave it over a to the third over, a to the third over 10,000 over 1,000. If you leave a to the third power over 10 to the third power, that's not a problem. For C, we have 3d over 2, and that's in parentheses to the fourth power, so that means we have 3 to the fourth power, d to the fourth power, over 2 to the fourth power. 3 to the fourth power is 81, d fourth, and 2 to the fourth power is 16. I can't reduce 81 and 16, so I can leave it just like that. Finally, our last one, we have in parentheses 2x over 3. That's to the negative 5 power. So that means we're going to have 2 to the negative 5 power, x to the negative 5 power, and 3 to the negative 5 power. So we're going to do a reciprocal, make everything positive, and do some math as well. I'm going to make everything positive first, so I'm going to go 3 to the 5th power over 2 to the 5th power, x to the 5th power. 3 to the 5th power is 243. So we're going to get 243 over 32 x to the 5th. Again, there's not a problem if you leave them with the exponents, but if you can, try to figure it out, especially with the numbers. On this assignment and on this instructional video, I didn't do any of the monitoring progress or the extra work. I'm going to make a separate video to do those because it goes a little bit too long if I do everything all at once. So I'll have the second video in the Canvas class or wherever for you, and you can watch that if you need more help or need the clarification.